Okay, so you see on this slide, this is the objective slide. Oh, you can pull it down. Thank you. The SOL is NA because it's not related to an SOL, but it's probably more important to you than just about any topic you've ever learned in a math class or percents. You know, they come up all the time, and they have real consequences, like in the thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars. So the thing about percents is they are proportions. These problems are proportions. If we've just learned how to solve a proportion, ought to be able to extend this into solving a problem that involves percents or percentages, however you want to say it. So, you know, the parts of the percent proportion are, and this is just using their symbology. A is called the part, B is called the base or the whole. P is the percent, and it's between 0 and 100, right? Percents are between 0, well, actually are not between 0 and 100, but we're not talking about decimals at this point. We're talking about whole numbers. Okay, so you would say the part A is to the whole as the percent is to 100, right? So that might make us think about, well, where does the word percent come from? Right? Percent. Who's in Spanish?
Percent. If you have money cent, or cents are always better than 100.
Well, that comes from the same place. What, Lily? How do you say 100 in Spanish? That's French, isn't it?
No,
Is Spanish? Okay. Cien. Okay. In Italian, it's ciento. Cento. Sorry, because we don't say the soft C. Cento. So it's actually saying percent is like saying per 100, which is exactly what you're doing there, right? It's like saying whatever is your ratio on this side, then we want to make it equal to a ratio that you're comparing yourself to 100. Okay? So there's like 3 different kinds of problems we can get out of this. What if you have to solve for the A, the part? What if you have to solve for the B, the whole? Or what if you have to solve for the P, the percent? And that's pretty much what we're going to be going through right now. So what percent of 25 is 17? So let's do this. Let me write down A over B equals the percent over 100. Okay, so with the terminology that we just introduced, which is the part and which is the whole? The 25 is the whole, right? So that's going to be in the place of the B. And what is the 17 then going to be? The part. And they kind of gave away right away. They say what percent means that's the thing you don't know, right? So we need to fill in the things we do know. 17 for the part, 25 for the whole equals P divided by 100. Okay, so now that's a proportion that we can solve. Yeah. What's that? Is over of?
Yeah, we did is over of.
Okay. Let's see if it matches the problems that follow. But I mean, I don't remember doing that, but that's fine. Yeah.
Couldn't you just do 25 divided by 7?
It's not right.
Well, that wouldn't be right. I mean, okay, how would I solve this one without cross multiplying?
Oh,
Adam.
just do 17 times 100 divided by 5.
Okay, well, so you would multiply both sides by 100, right? So you would get this. P equals 17 divided by 25 times 100. Okay, so now what Connor was just saying is, why don't you just do 17 divided by 25? Okay, well, do it. What is 17 divided by 25? It's 0.68, right? That's not a number between 0 and 100. That's not a whole number. That's the decimal percent. Right, and then when you multiply times 100, right, you get 68. So it's 68%. So yeah, that is true, and that's important to know, that when you're asked to find a percent, it's literally just take the part, divide by the whole. It'll be a decimal, but then you just scoot it over twice. Yeah. Sid. Yes. Absolutely. You know, I think with Callie, we talked about this the other day. Okay. Put your device away, right? Is the calculator? Okay. Okay. Can't see. So that's how that's how you find a percent, right? You could just do the divide and then multiply times 100. I mean, generally what I do is I just do the divide and then it's a decimal and I just scoot it over 2. In fact, if I'm grading a test or something like that, let's say there was only like 17 questions and I graded each one 5 points. That means 17 times 5, it's only 85 points you could have had. And to turn it into a percent, I go to the y equals, clear, and I put in x divided by 85 times 100. And then when I go to my table of values, now I've got for any score they had from 0 to 85, I've got the percent in the y column. I mean, that's what I do for all my tests, unless it just happens to be out of 100 points. So do this one. What percent of 20 is 15?
35.
Wow, that was quick. Right? So the whole, the part, so we're going to say the part is to the whole as the percent is to 100. So P equals 15 over 20 times 100. And we've already had that answer. Thank you, Adam. 75%. All right, try another one. No, actually, you're not doing another one. What percent of 136 is 51? So you would say because it's of 36, that means the 36 is... What is the 136 because it follows of? That's the whole. Is over of, isn't that what you said? So that's the whole. So now they want to say what percent of 136 is 51. Then we're going to say the part is 51, the whole is 136, equals P over 100. So P equals 51 over 36 times 100, which is 37.5 times 100. Yeah. Sure. Sign out. Use the pass. When you come back, you're not allowed to ask questions, though. Okay. Okay. 37.5. The book has like a percent equation that they give, which is more like this, where it says the part. That's not really a good example. I think it's the next one where they do that. But it's 35, and we're familiar with that symbol for percent, right? Okay. Okay, so you try it. What percent of 56 is 49? Guys, pay attention. Are you doing this? Okay, if I don't see that you are actually... And what'd you say? 87.5? 7/8? That's right. 87.5. That little symbol? No. Okay, try this one. What percent of 55 is 11? Put it like this. You went to a restaurant, your bill was $55, and you tipped 11. What percent tip did you give? 20%, right? So 20%. I think that's tipping has gone up. It used to be 15%. I think it's a little higher now. Of course, I don't go out to restaurants, but
I don't mind tipping as long as the service is acceptable.
yeah. Okay, so now here's a different kind of problem, right? So now they're telling us the percent. They're telling us the percent, and we're supposed to find which is the missing piece now. So what number is 15% of 88? What is the 88? Is it the part or the whole? It's the whole, right? So we should set it up as A divided by the whole equals 15 divided by 100. How do you solve that?
88 of 15 over 88 of 100.
What do you multiply both sides by 88, right? All right, so these cancel, and what was the part? 13.2. Okay. So you try. What number is 45% of 92? That's going to be the same math. So what'd you say? 41.4? Okay. Okay, let's not going to do that one. So 20 is 12.5% of what number? So what's the missing thing this time? The whole, right? Because the of is what comes after the of, that's the whole. So we have to set this up. 20 is 12.5% per 100 of what number? Okay, now how are we going to solve that one? Variable in the denominator means cross multiply, right? So you've got 12.5 times b equals 20 times 100. So 12.5 2,000. Divide by 12.5, what'd you get? So what is 2,000 divided by 12.5? 160 even? 160 even? Okay. So there's your you try. Try to do the same thing with these numbers. 65 is 62.5% of what number? So did you set it up like that? Yeah, right. Use the pass. So what'd you get? 104.0?
Yes.
104.0. Okay. Let's skip that one. Okay. A survey asked 220 students to name their favorite pasta dish. Find the percent of students who liked macaroni and cheese and lasagna. So what number are we missing here? No? I mean, when we're going to try to find the percent, we need to know the whole and the part, right? So these are all the parts. How are you going to find the whole? Add them up. So what is the sum of all those? Actually, we do kind of already know that because they told us at the beginning. What is the whole? 220. Okay, so calculate it. For the macaroni and cheese, that'll be 33 over 220 equals the P over 100. What is it? 15%? So just do 33 divided by 220. Move the decimal place over twice. 15%. Okay, that was for macaroni and cheese. Now try lasagna. Ought to be a little bit more, right? Because it's 40. Say again?
Are you doing macaroni and cheese for the first one?
Yeah, the first one was macaroni and cheese. The second one is lasagna.
I thought you were doing spaghetti.
What percent? 18.8. Like that? 0.18. Okay. Okay, there we go. So that's your real world problem. That's your homework.
Whoa, I got a lot more.
You better get this done. Oh, it's only 5. I feel stupid. We're on the Who said 36, 9, 12? 18. 36, 9, 12.
Those are mine.
Shh. 43. I started at 5. Yeah, it's not great. I said hard. It's probably done your buddies for life.
Yes. Yes. It was. It's like those Photoshop cameras.
Oh, there's now like what?
It's a show. Ed is. I want to see Ed's skills. My mom is a try.
He thinks he's gonna go back at the end of the village. It is. It will. He's down a lot of time. Yeah. I have one, but this is all I say. It's so bad. Right. So do that on Murphy Beefy, right? I didn't say what? Bro, no. I'll have no idea. No, I would get 3.
You know what? You sell fried chicken. Is that true? Is it? Is that true?
Would you compare to